Well, guys, I hope you're excited about this as I am. I'm going to try and explain a little now. I couldn't explain too much before, but so the concept is we've been traveling down the Luck for 9 years now, and the events down there pretty well changed my life for the better. And we have Hip World even because of them. I've met the family, I've met a lot of them, and I'm not trying to make a game. I just want to have some fun and enjoy ourselves. The chances we actually get to meet Willie are probably pretty slim, guys. But we're still going to have a great time, and I still have a ticket, and we'll still figure out some way to get there, and however that happens will be an adventure. I know me, I'm determined. Those of you who've known and followed and traveled, you've seen. We've made it all the way to Maine with this little boat, with this little truck, or bus, I apologize, with this little bus. See our little bus? Pick up that thing. And it was like that when we got there. We had to pull it down and put it on a trailer. We made it all the way home. We've taken it to the lake. We've done all kinds of stuff. No one ever thought we could do Hip World. And now we're making videos and we're traveling and we're sharing hemp knowledge with everybody. You know, you just never know. So maybe what some people think isn't achievable might be achievable if you believe it. If it's believable, it's achievable. Maybe that. And if they don't believe it, they're not going to achieve it. But if you do, well, there you go. So the goal of what we're doing is, as I explained a little bit to Jason, I've always had a concept. I've got about 6 or 8 scripts for movies, right? And I don't have any funds, so what am I going to do? It's just sometimes music and things hit me like a whole brick of knowledge all at once, and the whole thing's there, and if I'm lucky enough to capture it, then hooray. And on some of these, they're really fun and cool, and they've stuck in my brain. And so Hip World, I thought of that 20 years ago and made designs and drawings and all of that, and life didn't let it happen until, well, I thought of it well over 20 years ago. Life didn't let it happen, but now it is. And 9 years ago, yeah, well, 8 something, I'm not exactly sure, because you don't count it when you're counting the first year it started. It's not an anniversary. But anyway, in 2015, everything kind of changed for me, and we started Hip World, and we started all this. I didn't have the bus before then. I didn't have Hip World before then, other than my drawings, my ideas, and a dream that I thought I'd probably never get to actually do. And now, you said I had this script of a movie about how I think the idea of Hip World is big enough that if people knew about it, and it's cool enough that if people knew about it, they'd all want to be part of a Hip World. I mean, who doesn't want to have a happy, wholesome, and peaceful world to live in? Who wouldn't want to be part of a company and build a company that basically says we're not going to compete with really anybody. We're going to co-sponsor, and if somebody makes something cool we like, then maybe we can get them to make one for us, and then we can share our people with them, and they can share their people with us, and we get quality stuff made at a place where we know is safe and not doing anything to hurt people. And I know that's a big thing, but it is what it is. And that there's hemp out there, and we can make the world better with hemp, and our farmers can grow it, and that's better for everybody. It's better from our farmers, it's better all the way up. So that's basically the idea. Was we let somebody know about it, they hear about it, and they think it's interesting enough that they help us turn it into a reality. I mean, that's the basic of it. There's a lot more in the movie script, but you know, you all things are supposed to be adaptable, right? And so we were thinking, why leave it as a script if we're about to live something so real? We've been living it for years now, but I've just been so busy building the business, I didn't think about it this way. You know, that's the epiphany of it all. And we also probably weren't at a point where it would even matter. We didn't have the bus going until just, I want to say October of last year. I think that's right. And we put the hemp flooring in it, and we put the hemp insulation in it. We went to the U.S. Hemp Building Summit, and we learned about all the other people who are doing all the beautiful, amazing things with hemp, and so we can get this bad stuff out of our houses and the good stuff in. Because I used to build houses for people, and I found out all this stuff I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, we got you safe. You'll get a good build, and you won't have to worry about it and all that. It'll be great. And then you turn around and find out the stuff you're using in their homes is toxic. Well, I don't want to be putting toxic stuff in people's homes. Who would want to do that? And then I find out that we can make it better, and I already knew we could do it with hemp, but the market was gone because of all the crazy prohibitions and the history of it. And maybe some of us know it and some of us don't. So why not make a movie about it, share all the hemp knowledge, share the idea of hip world, and maybe meet somebody cool and interesting and share it with them. And if they've got enough influence, they could tell other people who have influence, and all those people with their influence can use it together, so that we're not stuck in a situation where companies make billions and billions of dollars and they don't care about us. They don't give any of it back to us. They don't worry about us at all. I mean, they give us products, that's cool, but man, maybe I'm a dreamer, but I would think if Amazon had a stock set aside that was for public, and even if it just trickled out $1 or $10 for all of us, we'd sure think Amazon had our best interest more at heart. Well, why not do that with our own business? Why not build something so that we know the whole concept is for us, not for that, and use a brand that we can all get behind. And what's better than hemp, and what's better than having a hip world? And so there we are. And so again, traveling to Willie Nelson's, I've got to meet the whole family pretty well, at least in little brief meetings and interactions, and I've shown the hemp bus a little bit. Lucas got to see it for a brief moment. A bunch of the other fans and family and different people have seen it. But we all want to meet Willie. I mean, who doesn't want to meet Willie? Who's never in their life? If you say you don't want to meet Willie Nelson, to me, that's just unbelievable. And maybe there's somebody, I'm sure, but he's an icon. He's an awesome human being. His vision and his tenacity, you know, because he saw this a long time ago, or at least believed in it, and he was the outlaw who was willing to say, look, man, I'm going to keep going down my road and playing my song, and my music's going to unite people. The music unites us all. And sharing who he is from his spirit and his heart, and that has made the world better. It's all better, just simply because there's a Willie Nelson. Isn't that cool? And the idea we could hang out and meet him and be like, man, that's awesome. Now again, we probably won't get to, guys, but we can have fun trying. We can share it, and you guys will learn about hemp knowledge, and you'll learn about Willie, and you'll learn about this event we go to down there. You'll learn about South by Southwest. You'll learn about togetherness, and we'll all get to have a great time together. It's a month long, and we'll be down there and we'll be done. And I'll be headed home, and I'll compile it all together. So the concept is, we made the beginning earlier when I told Jason about it, because he didn't know. So I thought, well, that'd be, what a better way to start a movie than that. And now, every day I'll upload 3 to 4 videos a day, and we will try to pick parts of them to put together at the end of the week, and I'll compile it all together on our YouTube channel. And so we'll start with the beginning. We'll work what'll probably be our montage as we work to put the bus together and get the things together and figure out how we're even going to get on the road and get down there. Because again, I have the bus, but it's not ready, and I don't even know that it's legal right now. I don't have the money. I've been building and doing stuff, and I've had to pay for web pages, and the price of everything has went up, and I'm just one little hippie on a mission. I've been doing all this out of my own pocket, working and trading, but I'm not discouraged. I didn't know I was even going last year till 10 days before the event, and the journey to luck has been like that the whole time. I mean, there's been events where it's just a micro moment of one person said one thing, said another thing, and next thing you know, I'm ending up with tickets, and we're traveling down, and we get to share it with you guys. And it's went from me traveling in my little S10 pickup truck and just going with my buddy and sharing it, to me having a business and handing out t-shirts and people, and traveling in my SUV, to now we got a hemp bus, and we can travel and share stuff together. And I think it's grown amazing, and I think that's cool, and that's because of you guys. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep doing what I do, but it wouldn't be as big, it wouldn't be as shared if it wasn't for you guys, and that makes me happy, man. That makes me think we're doing something good for the world, you know, bringing people together, showing the power of together, and that, you know, we are all in this together. So if we actually use that and we do something good with it, I mean, who knows what we could do. We might all meet Willie Nelson. I don't know. And when we get down to the event and we get on the road to South by Southwest, I've got 3 cameras, and Jason's got one just like it. They're all on our phones, and we're thinking we can film and put them in our pockets, or maybe make lanyards or whatever. And we're not going to film the whole event because that just wouldn't be right. You guys got to go see it. But we want to share little bits of it. We want to share parts of it. We want you to get to experience it. And if I get to meet Willie, then yeah, I'm going to have the camera going as much as I can, I would hope. I mean, the only way I won't is if they don't let me, and then I'll share everything. You guys will watch me get picked up off the ground as I pass out from amazingness. I don't know what I would do. Do you know what you would do if you actually got to meet Willie Nelson? I don't know. But I think it's cool for the idea of an experiment. Fun. We get to have fun. We get to make the movie either way. We get to travel together either way. We're headed down there either way. So why not have a blast and see if we can do the impossible? Make it possible. A little fun, a little hope, a little luck, a whole lot of sharing, a whole lot of getting the word out there. Tag them. I don't think they'll get upset at us. I wouldn't think they would think it's a bad thing. We're doing it for fun and to share all of what they do. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know about this event, they have, I believe last time it was 5 stages, 50 artists, music's going all day long, and it's a lot of young, new, there's jazz and blues and so much stuff going on. I've had a lot of people who kind of want to naysay and, oh, I don't like older music, I'm not into old country. And I'm like, you know, first off, if you're not into old country, I'm not even sure why you're into country. But that's my opinion, and I'm allowed it, and you're allowed yours, and that's the great part of it all. All of us are probably a little right and a little wrong, and I'm all right with being a little wrong. I think you should like old country. That's just me, and I do like old country, and I freaking love Willie Nelson. So, and again, so the idea is, you go down there, I've met, I don't want to name drop. I don't want to name drop. I've met a lot of amazing artists up close because they're at the event. I bet almost half the people walking around this place are artists. And if you guys get to go, then you get to see that and you get to meet them and you get to share the idea of what it's like to be a musician family, because that's really what it feels like when you're there. They're like a big family, just there, and everybody cares and takes care, and everybody's smiling and having a good time and sharing, and they're just happy to be there. And you know, you're at Willie's home and you can feel that, and there's an energy. Austin itself's got an energy, and Willie's it's got its own too. And the idea they open their home up to us, that the Nelsons are so nice to share that with us and let us go. I mean, we don't get to their house, but we get to their property. We're on their home either way. We get to pet the horses. We get to walk around. There's a Wild West ghost town. And for those of you who already know, you've heard this 1,000 times. For those of you who don't, well, maybe you need a little catch-up. I think it's awesome. There's like a Wild West ghost town on the property. You should look it up and find out more. I got videos about it. And they've been renovating and fixing it to make it so it's more and more usable. Last year we were able to go up into the upper level of the saloon and watch shows from the upper balcony. These guys are so busy. Matt and all of them are, man, what they do is awesome, guys. And if you can't experience it there, well then go experience what you can. Maybe someday we'll get to take luck out someplace else. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what the path leads to, but I think it's fun finding out. Just no more than I know how we're going to get there, but I know it's fun to find out. So, guys, I think that explains most of it. Probably a little winded, but I'm excited. Talking to Jason about it, and talking to a few friends about it, and the fun of it. I've always wanted to film all this anyway, like I said, and make a little movie. It's probably not going to be the greatest. It's not supposed to be. I don't have production equipment. I don't have a production crew. I have me, my buddy Jason. That's it, guys. And he's got a job and a life. I mean, he doesn't even get to be here except at random times when he can, you know, and then when we get out on the road, then he's my whole backup. I probably couldn't do half of it without him there. So I get to steal him away from his ordinary life and take him on a great adventure. He gets to help me pull it off, because I probably couldn't pull it off without the help. And you guys get to share and go along, and if you guys sponsor and support, just share it, like it, tag them, tag people you know, get your friends to share it. I think it'll be fun. I mean, again, if we raise enough noise, I guess, I don't know what to call it, without being bothersome. And we don't want to be disrespectful. Willie is one of the most amazing people, and his family are so amazing and humble. The last thing we want to do is be disrespectful, but we want to raise a bunch of noise and show how much we care, and how much as fans we want to be like, hey, we want to meet you. And I know not everybody gets to, and I know we may not get to, but if we do, we'll get to together. And that ought to be the fun of it. That ought to be the fun of it right there, and getting to share it with you. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm Johnny, and I know this is a long check-in. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I hope you have fun on the adventure. I'll shorten these out. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. Probably some people will be annoyed how much I'm going to flood it, but I figure if we're going to have fun, you guys need to see it and be involved. So, for the next few weeks, hi, family. I'm Johnny. There's our little bus. It's Hip World, and I'm out.